I'm going to try and record some feedback for you this time on your first draft of your speech. You've got some good ideas and some facts in here. It's clear that you understand the topic, which is great. You've obviously thought about your structure for your speech as well. So your hook, introduction, body paragraph, conclusion, which is really good. Don't forget though, you're writing a speech, not an essay. So you need to be careful about the language you choose to use, as well as how you're going to relate to your audience. This part here, you may wonder where we can take stem cells from, is really good because that's a rhetorical question that engages with your audience. You don't really need a hook as such for your speech, but perhaps that could be a question at the beginning. Have you ever wondered whether diseases like cancer can be healed? Or have you ever wondered whether people with incurable diseases, whether these diseases will always be incurable? Something like that, a question to get your audience to think, might work as your hook that you've put in here. You need a title for your speech as well, and your title should make it clear whether you're for or against stem cell research. Don't forget as well that because it's an audience, you need to address your audience. Ladies and gentlemen, if it's a formal speech. Introduce yourself. Tell them who you are and why you have the right to speak to them about stem cell research. Why should they trust you? Your introduction you've obviously left blank at the moment. In your introduction, you would need to define what stem cell research is, as well as your 3 key points. You've done some of that in your body paragraph, so some of this might be better going into your introduction. Let's look at the language in your paragraph. Stem cells, plural, helps. Because this is plural, it's they help. Stem cells help us during the time when our, typo, body gets damaged, it gets. Careful with your subject-verb agreements. When our body gets damaged, whether the reason is caused by exterior trauma or diseases. That's fine, that's clear. So you've explained what stem cell would actually help us with. Here it's plural, stem cells, they. So they have the capability to renew organs, plural, and systems in the human body. Since they, again it's plural, since they have the function of self-renewal, stem cell research, because here you're not being specific, it's research in general. Stem cell research has been viewed as the solution to incurable diseases, because it's plural, for decades. With this technology, we may easily repair and heal people who are sick. Sickness is the noun, sick is the verb, and helpless. Good. So you've told them what stem cells are and what they can do. This might be part of your introduction rather than your body paragraph. You may wonder where we can take stem cells from. Actually, there are different kinds of stem cells. That's good. Actually is a nice word here to link your sentence and to make your audience listen more carefully to what you're saying. Actually, there are different kinds of stem cells. Stem cells can be taken from your own body, or here I'm not sure where your other option is, so think carefully about where else they can come from. But the most controversial issue is embryonic stem cells. They are viewed from different perspectives. Some people think using embryonic stem cells is murder. Frankly, and then you need to expound on your point there. So this is a good start and you've got some good facts, but you need to remember that it's a speech. And don't forget, as a speech, it's a persuasive speech, meaning that you're going to tell your audience just one view. It's not an essay where you give them both sides. So this part here, where you say they're viewed from different perspectives, might not be relevant to your speech because you don't want to remind your audience that some people think it's murder because you are trying to convince them of the opposite. A persuasive speech doesn't talk about both sides of the view. You only need to talk about one argument. So have a look at the example speeches again and see if you can use those to help you change your structure and your language and your tone so that it's more appropriate for a speech. But you have got some good ideas in here and it's clear that you understand the topic, so well done.